bangers today. Slappers. Yo, what is going on today? What, another one? Another one? A fucking another one? What up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. If you know, you know. If you don't, hit the button below. We back for more hip hop reactions regarding, interviews, Eminem content, because I'm a big Eminem guy, if you haven't known. And I just love the hip hop shit in general, man. So I'm going to cover all things, all hip hop, man. So if you're new, stick around. If you know, you already know what it is. So today, man, this is going to be dedicated out to the, the West Coast people out there, man. This is a Vlad interview. I know Vlad be, the feds and shit like that, but always appreciate his interviews with, specific people. And this one is MC EIGT, a real West Coast legend, Menace to Society cast member. Both y'all niggas is acting like some bitches and shit like that. If y'all don't know, you know now. Go back and watch that movie if you haven't. But MC EIGT's a real legendary dude. And I know I posted, I believe, the DJ Quick interview with which I know now is Problem, but I didn't know at the time was Jason Martin. So once again, to my West Coast people out there that tuned in, my apologies. I didn't know homie's real name. I don't know Gubby's, dog. I just know they rap names. Sometimes, sometimes I know the real, but other times I don't. So my bad if I ain't no Problem with Jason something. You know what I'm saying? But either way, man, this is Vlad, man, the interview with MC EIGT on Dr. Dre saying Eminem is the best rapper ever over Kendrick, Snoop, and Ice Cube. Which I'm curious to see what he has to say, man, because I know there's been a lot of flack about Eminem being considered the top tier lyricist, because really the lyricist thing, I mean, when we talk rapper, that's when we bring the sales, and that's when they bring up because he's white and all this other stuff. But I mean, shit, at the end of the day, M has very well addressed because he's white, he's selling all the albums. I think in White America, he's addressed that. Like, it's not, and that's why I don't understand why the rap artists out there in the industry don't respect him more, because it's not like he acts like he's this privileged artist who just comes into the game and just like disrespects hip hop. Like, no offense to any of the white listeners out there and stuff like that, a lot of white artists do that. Like, they come in, infiltrate the hip hop game, and then they go right back to some other genre that's just not hip hop anymore, but they know how to gather the fans and shit, which there's nothing wrong with that. Get your market on. I don't have any offense to that, man. But like, once again, M's one of those few white artists, man, that has never really crossed over. Now, granted, he's had his like country rap feels, but homie's from fucking Detroit, Michigan, dog. Like, I'm not gonna be upset about that, but at least he hasn't done no like crazy ass pop ass like, I say he hasn't done no Post Malone shit. That's the only guy I can think of off the top of my head. But with that being said, man, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm getting into this MC EIGT interview with DJ Vlad.
I mean, there's two ways to look at it, right? Because
no face Vlad.
People don't want to look at it this way, but this is the truth. When it comes to labels and new artists, there's usually about a 90% failure rate.
Definitely.
Right? 90% of the projects a label will put out with new artists, not established artists, new artists, will probably lose money.
Definitely.
The 10% will pay for the 90% of the losses.
Exactly.
That one platinum album will pay for the 100,000 that you lost on the 9 other albums.
Exactly.
Now, if you're the one that goes platinum, you're going to say, this is a fucked up deal. Like a Megan Thee Stallion. She was the one person out that label that did well. And she's like, no, this is a fucked up deal. I deserve more, whatever else. The 9 people that you lose money on will never say, let me give you that money back.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So, and this is not diminishing your position. I'm just saying on a macro level, this is how it works in the record industry.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, what?
Yes.
It's more financially sound to buy lottery tickets, to buy scratch-off lottery tickets. It's more profitable to buy scratch-off lottery tickets than to start a record label and try to sign some new artists.
Right.
You'll almost definitely make more money with a scratch-off lottery ticket.
Definitely.
So, unfortunately, people like you get caught up.
Right.
Because of just the overall business structure.
Right.
And it's too bad. Because you got screwed,
yes.
but the 9 people who got $100,000 for an album that made no money that sold 14 copies,
right.
Like, well, that's your problem. You didn't promote me well enough.
Exactly.
You should have put me in the studio with this guy. I kept telling you what you do, but you wouldn't listen. So that's on you. You know what I'm saying? At no point have I ever heard of anyone who came out with an entertainment project that did poorly, then gave the money back to the person who financed them.
Exactly.
I have never heard that in life. But I've heard a lot of people that have done well that say that they got bum contracts.
Oh, definitely.
So that's all I want to say about that.
Yeah, that's all that happened.
I just it's unfortunate you're the one that did well.
Yes. I did well as far as hip hop, as far as Sony is concerned.
Yeah.
As far as Unknown with Techno Hop, because he was able to basically take me from Techno Hop, sign me to Sony, and played the middleman. And so, if Sony decided we finna give up $300,000 to make this record, he could go, shit, I'm finna take $200,000 and put it in my pocket. Yeah. And then we're gonna go try to do the record for $100,000. And then we're gonna record at my house. I'm gonna do all the beats with Slip. And so, and then you wondering why you still on the block in Compton and a nigga living down the street from Michael Jackson. You get me? So it's what happens, man.
Yeah, man. It's a business I've never wanted to be in.
Yeah.
It's a business, look, like, for example, the homie Trey D, right?
Trey D, my guy.
I believe, unless I'm mistaken, because remember he got into it with Snoop. And I think he shot at Snoop at one point because he was mad about his record deal and he felt like he wasn't compensated enough. Only to have him start his own record label, sign DW Flame, and DW Flame is accusing him that he's not successful because he didn't do enough.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? You see how
unfortunate. That's an unfortunate right there because
and listen, I fuck with all them.
You get into this business, and like you said, as an artist, really not know.
I ain't gonna lie, I think they was gonna do this at the end, but like they played me with the caption, like kind of like what Shannon Sharp did with the Mount Rushmore shit. But we're in it though. We're reacting, dog.
The ins and outs, you automatically think that, I'm finna be just as big, right? And a lot of artists come in and, us having that little knowledge of being artists and having contracts, we try to start these little labels, but I've never been influenced to sign an artist. I've never been.
Which is probably the best business decision you've ever made.
I've never been influenced to sign
me neither.
Because, I might have a little change, but I know what's expected as far as an artist is concerned, and especially when they're comparing themselves to other artists who might be doing well. Where's my motherfucking $1 million and then the publishing and how come I ain't got this and how come you ain't got me on motherfucking MTV and how come I ain't hearing it, and the expectation is that an overnight success can happen. And sometimes when you're an artist yourselves and you're dealing with independency and you're trying to help out a young dude that you might see as hot or whatever, it could be really frustrating. So I've never been influenced to sign an artist. I'm just gonna fuck with myself and that's it. Because I don't want to have the situations of thinking that I'm gonna change somebody else's life, and it doesn't happen for them.
Right, and how often do these indie labels blow up an artist and the artist stays with that label for the rest of their career?
Yeah.
Almost never.
Yeah.
They'll have a hot record and they'll go inside Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Shit, I feel like motherfuckers.
And that'll be it.
Diddy contracts.
And they'll say that person didn't do shit for me anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Yes. You have the quality controls that actually have brought up artists that stayed with them long periods of time. You have some unicorns here and there, but in general, all these startup labels, the one artist will blow up. As soon as they're able to leave, they'll leave right off the bat.
Oh, definitely.
And they won't take you with them.
No.
They won't keep you as the manager or the executive producer.
No,
never. I'm just saying, it's an ugly business, And it rarely works out business-wise.
The record labels is a fucked up business.
It's a fucked up business. You're better off just doing it yourself.
Why you think everybody podcasting now? Shit.
Easier, yeah, man. Listen, look, like Tony Ayo, the last interview we did in New York, he brought a bunch of the little homies, like one of the G Unit dudes, had like some sort of a program that takes kids and shows them different aspects of business. And it was like, look, they could sit in on this Vlad TV interview in our big fancy studio in New York, and they could see me doing something that's a whole lot easier for them to accomplish than to be a 50 Cent.
Oh, definitely.
You could be an interviewer like Vlad way easier than being a popular rapper.
Yeah, definitely.
Way easier.
Yeah, definitely.
And here you could see it done at one of the highest levels in hip hop.
People love to hear conversations and stories as opposed to you trying to be the next, like you said. It's going hard to be fitting somebody's shoes. Now, if you can hold an interesting conversation with somebody and you can be a little articulate and you know how to pronounce a couple of words and shit, that might can work for you. But trying to be an artist, following somebody's footsteps is very hard. Trying to recreate, great moments in hip hop, man, that shit is hard, man. That's real hard.
Yeah, but you have to be a poet.
Yeah, man, come on.
You have to be a musical genius. Like, you can't just recreate a Dre.
No.
There's something different about Dre's brain and his ears and
it's like I said, we get one of those every now.
So I hope you know, like, I'm about to play y'all with the captions too. So if you made it this far, like, the captions about to be crazy right now because I got played too. So this is me reacting to this, and this is me, like, if you made it this far, like, the captions about to be a crazy clickbait caption too, just because they got me too. Like, I went 8 minutes in, and they probably gonna give me a 4-minute conversation on what the caption's actually about. So yeah, I'm gonna get y'all too, dog. This is how real it is.
And then, exactly. Those don't come around too often. Dudes that are articulate like that, they come around not too often. So you have to honor that.
When Dre said Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time,
I'm gonna get y'all, dog.
Now keep in mind, right? The argument is, well, that's his artist. Of course he's gonna say that. He's had lots of artists. He's had Ice Cube. He has Kendrick. You know what I mean? I don't think Dre is thinking, oh, well, financially, this is the best answer. I feel like that was his honest answer.
Yeah, because to him, it's basically, not to say it's his artist, but he's different. And, not to say that Cube and Kendrick or whoever were on the same pattern, but
Snoop, another one.
You've seen that.
Yeah.
You've seen that.
He's got a bunch of artists you turn into mega icons.
You got you got a great, you got a team of stars and shit. But there's only one Michael Jordan. You got a team of motherfucking great, great fucking picture painters. There's only one Leonardo, da Vinci.
Yeah.
So that's the category he's putting in. To me, I feel, after seeing a Kendrick, now Kendrick's a great artist. He's quoted that. Nobody could top Cube. You get me? Cube was the shit. So with Snoop. Snoop's in the lane of his own.
Yeah.
But to him, in his opinion of, I've worked with niggas from this color to that color. I've worked for motherfuckers from singing to rapping to jazz to fucking, whatever. And then
basically, not to even put him in the same category, but he's basically saying, like, yo, Dre's like a Russell Westbrook or, like, certain dudes that's in the league that played with a lot of great players, but, like, he knows who's really the god. Like, or maybe even a Melo, because Melo played with a lot of greats, but then he played with Bron. And not to say that Bron's better than Jordan, because, like, let this be known right here, right now, at this segment here. Jordan's the number one. Not to go into sports, but that's what I'm saying here. But I see what he's going here. I see what he's doing.
My opinion, to me, he's the greatest artist that I've come across because he's able to do something that I haven't seen anyone else do as far as what he creates.
He even talked about how the first the first day in the studio, he played the beat for, hi, my name is. Mm-hmm. He played the beat, and suddenly Eminem just came up with that whole thing right there on the spot.
I thought that was real crafty. I used to bang the shit out of "Hi, my name is."
Yeah,
it was different.
And Dre was like, "God damn, this guy's."
He's giving us all type of music. It's something that we are related to as far as the ears, and the beat is just captivating. But then when you hear this motherfucker talking about school and fucking parents and shit like that, you only imagine yourself being in his shoes as from what he came from. And it was crafty than just doing something typical like a Ice Baby or, fuck it, I'm a rap over Wild thing, or I'm a rap. It's something that they would expect a white artist to do. You feel me? So for him to be able to come with that depression and that expression about life and what he felt about it, it just was able to captivate a different audience. You get me?
Yeah, and to this day, whatever, 20-some years later, he's still on the charts. He's still dropping music that people are reacting to. So, and it is what it is.
That's sort of like Kendrick now. You know, he's able to take situations that we wouldn't necessarily even talk about. But because his mind is different and he knows how to articulate shit in the difference of just going, I'm going to pick up a gun and go blast on a nigga, or I'm going to claim the neighborhood. He says different things that you still can go, yeah, that was clever as fuck. Because he talking about something as simple as what I do all day. You feel me? So those are different dudes, man. Those are different dudes, and you can't put nothing past them. Eminem, Kendrick, you have to give them their own lane. Mm-hmm. I don't even consider them in. Nigga ain't no rapper. That motherfucker's he's different. You get me? Yeah. He's past the idea of me putting a CD in my car, rolling down the street, bumping and shit. He's a motherfucker that I'm gonna have to pull over and listen to what he's saying, and then I'm gonna go, damn, that nigga said that. So that's how you look at Eminem. That's how you look at Kendrick.
That's what.
Yo, man, shout out MC EIGT for breaking that down. And once again, man, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, throughout my Eminem breakdown videos and just throughout how I just speak on Eminem as an artist, this is exactly what I be saying. Now, once again, I don't have the platform that these dudes had. I'm not anywhere close to what these dudes are. I'm not a rapper, nothing like. These is, legends, well-respected artists. Like, whatever you want to consider these is dudes that is well-respected in the game. And they're saying the same shit that people like to say that the stands and the fans are saying. Like, he ain't got no real ties to nobody in the industry as far as, like, choosing a camp and stuff, because then that's when people try to change the narrative too. Like, he's literally saying what people say. Like, now if that's not your palate and if you like surface level bars, that's fine. But to say that Eminem's whack, or he sucks, or he's not top 5, I think that's just an asinine thing to say, because a lot of dudes have surface level bars, man. A lot of your top 5s out there got some surface level ass bars. I'm not even gonna lie. And Eminem can be a rapidy rap dude, all people claim to be, and he can, have this subject matter that you may not be able to relate to. He may be something that you can't ride around in the hood to. But, like, when it comes down to the artistry, the poetry, and all this other stuff, like, there's really levels to this rap shit. And Eminem has, I think, exceeded every level of it to the point where, like, it's not fair. And you're gonna, it's kind of like the Drake situation, but not even on the same level. It's like, when you're just that good, you're just too good. Well, dudes is just gonna hate on your shit, man, and just try to pick it apart and try to say that this doesn't make sense and that doesn't make sense. But like MC EIGT said at the closing end of this interview, he's past the point of let me ride around in a car too. He's more or less into that category where, like, nah, you gotta, like, do what motherfuckers do now, which is, podcast about them, react to them, sit back and listen to the lyrics. Now, this ain't nothing. Now, because I'm on this channel now for the last 3 weeks, this has been nothing new to me, man. I've been literally trying to break down Eminem lyrics and decode them, whatever you want to say, since Nail in the Coffin, because I can't say that I've been a fan of him since my name is, but Nail in the Coffin made me go back to that. That wasn't too far apart from that, because I was in that time frame, but I still liked the Slim Shady LP. Now, they got me with the caption here. They only gave us about 4 minutes of, Eminem, content, and about what Dre said in regards to Eminem being the best to ever do it, which I feel like I've seen that interview, but I've never actually heard Dre say it from his mouth. But clearly, it sparked conversation. So let me know in the comments below, man, if y'all think that Eminem is one of the best to ever do it. Do you even put him in your top 5? Do you consider him a top 10? Because I've seen some wild shit out there, man. So if y'all are watching, man, from the West, from Detroit, you know, any region that bangs music, man, wherever this is reaching to, let me know how y'all feeling in the comments, man, about Dre saying, because once again, Dre's one of the top producers of all time, dog, and he's saying that he's the best ever do it. Remember, he's worked with Pop, Snoop, Kendrick, Ice Cube, like, there's probably more names in there, but, like, he's worked with a lot of dudes, man. But once again, shout out to MC EIGT, man. I love my West Coast artist, man. Like, I don't know if he's a legend and considered that, but I consider him one of those dudes. I don't bang with his music too much, but I just like him from, you know what I'm saying, Don't Be a Menace to Society, dog. And, like, I think DJ Quick dissed him on the song, and it's not the reason why I liked him, but I did hear his response to that, and I do bang with him. I like J.O. Felony, dog. I love Ice Cube. Like, if y'all haven't seen my other videos about West Side Connection and everything else, like, I love my West Coast artists, man. I just haven't gotten to that, you know, part of the bag yet. I love P. Nice, man. I don't even know if he's putting out music yet, but I heard of P. Nice, man. I like P. Nice. Like, I just love that West Coast bounce. Sorry to get into that rant, but once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be back with another one, man. This has been like a real interviewee. Interviewee is not a word, but we're going to say it today. It's been a real interviewee type of day today. And hopefully y'all like the comments up with y'all thoughts. I'm out. Peace. He got more fun.